now let's start the VOD going on.
So, who is streaming right now?
I'm about to start it up.
Why didn't the sub audio go through right there? That's not an issue on my end though. That's an issue with the browser.
What?
Here, let me. I'm just trying to make sure my computer didn't completely screw me with all of the
I can do it.
Whatchamacallits. God. Trying to think. I reset up my fucking VR headset and it had to redo all the audio drivers and I had to reconfigure everything.
Any of you guys
And
games on 80?
I'm just trying to make sure that nothing broke, but I don't think that's
You're fucking looking TeamSpeak.
let me see the follows. Let me look at the properties real quick of that. Yeah, that's something that's built into Stream Elements. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. That's something I can't fix here.
So that's what we can ask him.
Are you just trying to step on my dick all this time? As hard as possible?
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
But let me just make sure that the audio is actually going through here.
Liru, and you'll answer those.
But if I hit the replay button.
Let's move it again.
Game, please replay. Yeah, so it's not giving me any audio.
He's the best one to ask, and don't want to flood him with questions constantly, and people asking the exact same question.
So is that something screwed up on the properties? Doesn't look like it's screwed up in the properties. Nothing wrong with the filters.
Yeah.
I think it's just
both times you spawned in.
Okay. Nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
let me try muting and unmuting. Reload the overlays. And now let's try that again. Still no audio going through. Why? Why do you do this to me? I think it's the server then, because from what I see, everything should be fine with that. But we'll see how things go. Whatever. Regardless, I'll just I'll be more vigilant about it. So Firefly, thanks so much for the 22-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying everything. I mean, you should be able to hear them through TeamSpeak, because that's a separate audio channel I've been seeing spike up. Should be able to hear the music, should be able to hear the in-game audio. I mean, you can hear the little bugs chirping and shit, right? Just please confirm that with me. So
No, that's people in my back.
we'll see how everything goes with that.
Oh.
Do they know the vote on? Yes, I believe they do. Okay, so everything's good then for the audio. It's just I think Stream Elements' server is down because once in a blue moon we do see that pop-ups come up on OBS and things are borked, but I am also noticing through OBS I'm seeing a bunch of black symbols here which I think are meant to represent my sub badges that aren't going through. So maybe OBS itself is also borked right now. So either way, it's something I'll hopefully fix by, the next stream. But, it's just something we gotta work with, right? Sub badges are showing, yep, again. So it's either, I think OBS is either bottlenecking some of the audio, or the Stream Element server is not putting the audio through properly. Either way, not something I can fix right now without taking the stream offline, having to do a little diagnostic, and we have an op to run, and op is more important. Alright. So yeah, when you guys are ready, I can give you the brief. I'll just grab a radio real quick.
Let me ask a quick question.
Yeah, what up?
Does he have Flacco's Guaco?
I cannot give you any information regarding to the weaponry of the HVT, but he probably has the and I quote the best gun in the entire planet.
Alright, boys. That's gonna be a fun one.
He's never encountered Mandolorian.
60 check.
Limit Charlie.
Alright, if you need me, I'll be on this net. Alright, so say when.
Well, hold on,
When?
we got...
Wait, or the other guys are gonna have to catch up.
Yeah, remember that crazy fucking Glock we play tested with earlier? Yeah, I put that in the
I
mission.
say when.
So, as in you want the brief now?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what
Okay.
I'm trying to say.
I'm sorry, I'm dumb. All right, so since you completed the first contract, I decided to give you another just to see what's going on. So if I just edge myself over here, these are what all of the bad guys look like, and on the other side is what all the guys helping you out look like. We are currently at, let's see, I mean the big ass we start here marker, but for those of you that are illiterate, 047044, and you have a task of 4 objectives to do today. Going over them, first and foremost, Objective 1 is a checkpoint that is one of the major checkpoints into this large capital city of this entire territory. The taking of this checkpoint kicks off the entire operation, so all the green 4 symbols you see will start coming as you are attacking that checkpoint. So you might have some assistance come towards the north from other contracted forces to come by. If you want to picture what they look like, it's on the other side. If you want to picture what the guys you're fighting, the local PDF, look like, just note the turret-looking guy, because they're all going to have a standardized kit with the same helmets and chest piece, if not slight variations of it. But your first objective is to simply take that checkpoint and then assist Green 4 forces going in on the Op 4 force. Second objective is pretty much the same thing, to get a foothold in to take another military position. Objective 3 is where you're actually going to encounter your HVT. Again, his picture is in the middle right there. Notice the beret. He's going to be the only guy in the AO wearing a beret. He will probably be at that presidential palace area, so feel free to eliminate him. And then Objective 4, again, is helping the northern group that's going to land at an LZ take that airfield, and hopefully by then victory will be declared. Now, we don't know if the HVT is going to stay in the area. He could just literally run straight out of the AO when he notices how many guys are actually coming around him, but he feels pretty confident with his troops. So he might stay there, but if you don't find him there, feel free to radio that to me, and I'll try to figure out what happened. Otherwise, let's see. Civilians are probably going to be expected in this AO. Please don't shoot them. Some of the contracted forces we have working with you are from this planet, so if they see you doing that, they might turn on you. The infantry markers for Green 4, which are the allied forces represent infantry, they might have a few tanks as shown on the other side. Also some scavenger drones that we bought may also be used. Then the LZs are going to represent where a single shuttle containing 3 squads of infantry and a tank are going to be deployed, and then either they'll go to their objective or they'll do a force split depending on what goes on. So this is just an operation where you'll be working alongside, more forces, the bigger AO, yada da. But if you're going to concern your things like, all the armored-looking guys, for example, the big-ass droid right here, or the AT-ATP, whatever you call that, or the ARC 170s, I wouldn't worry about that because if you look on the other side, you'll see that, there are tanks and Z95s to counter those, but still wouldn't hurt to bring a piece of AT, especially for the first objective, because then you'll be fighting some things on your own. So I'd definitely recommend a PLX or something, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. Any other questions?
I got a question.
Yeah, go.
What do friendly forces look like? The green
Uh,
guys?
They're on the other side.
Other side. So if you literally come around the holo table, you'll see 5 more images, and those are all friendly.
Oh.
Liru, so timetable on when they're starting phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So phase 1 starts when we hit objective 1. What's the
So-
timetable between then and they land at the objective 4 LZ?
Okay. So when shots start going off on Objective 1, every area will start going in. LZs will probably take 5 minutes, both LZs from when Objective 1 starts. Again, you are a very small group of units in a much larger revolution going on. So they'll be doing their own thing, but it'll probably be up to you to help kind of spearhead everything as you go in.
Copy.
How much
But-
armor and aircraft do they have? And
Anywhere from 5 to 10 ARC 170s. Again, you don't have to concern yourself with those because Z95s will deal with it. The AT-ATP is anywhere between 4 and 8, and the droids, the big ones over here, 1 or 2 at the actual presidential palace.
Copy. And do they need assistance with any AA, or has that already been done?
Unknown at this time.
Copy.
Any other questions?
At the moment.
Well, I'll be here. Again, operation kicks off when you engage the first area. But otherwise, good luck, have fun. If I need any assistance from you, I'll radio you on 60. And if you need any assistance from the local forces, you can radio me on 60, and I can try to divert something to you.
Alright, also call sign Olympus to get to me. I
Okay.
assume you'll just go as advisor unless you had some other funky name you wanted.
Let's just do contractor.
Okay.
Makes sense. Alright. Good luck, have fun. So, the reason you all got notified for Phasma was because Twitch glitched out. I set it to Arma, but it didn't update it to Arma, so I apologize for that. There will be more Phasma tonight with hopefully Dante, but it'll be in VR because all of that's been set up. So, if you bear with me, we go through this one operation, and then you give me like 30 minutes after the op to get everyone organized and make sure my VR is working. Then we'll get back into Phasma, okay? And it'll be on full VR, and I'll hold a cross with Dante, and we'll just try to banish ghosts tonight, okay? And again, I'll try to get Bloodwing on it, but no guarantees. Alright, so give me a little leeway, and I assure you, we'll get to it. Alright? Just gotta work with me. And it looks like I might have to run like an errand or two on a spreadsheet for TSB, but that's it. That's it. Okay?
Alright, the rest of y'all,
Please.
take
A little bit of leeway. It's all I need.
Get familiarized with both
But
sides.
till we get there,
really know
I'm gonna
what
discuss
you're
this
shooting,
op.
what you're
So,
not.
real simple.
They don't need any
First thing you're gonna
incidents
notice right off the
or,
bat is they're
we're
green
shooting on any
4,
kind of
I'm blue
fringes or
4, but
anything,
the
so
enemies
we
are
don't get
blue
the big
4,
bad
and
on
the
us.
allied forces they're doing is red 4. But when you look at the symbols, they're the blue 4. The friends are the independent, and the hostiles are the op 4 marker.
Professional looking fellows, bad guys.
So
Why do I feel like a
that's
rebel?
just a difference of perceived logic as well as the actual game logic here. Originally they were blue 4 and these guys were op 4, but there's no way to really script that in as blue 4 and op 4 friendly without me doing some Zeus commands, but they can glitch out. So instead I switched them to green 4 and made all that work. But you can't have the blue 4 guy be anything but blue 4. So I'm technically an enemy unit to their faction, but they don't know that because that's just game logic that, you know, they don't have to perceive. So that's just how to make everything work. So for the sake of this operation, players are the green guys, or, you know, anything with a red circle around it. Enemies are the blue guys, and then friendlies are going to be the red guys. This is going to be just a big operation battle, something I got as a, you know, originally a T3 idea, how I would do 1 or 2 of their ops occasionally. You know, be a small cog in a big scheme of things. And again, the major test of this, I am set to invincible, because one of them already shot me in the face, and I was fine, so that's always good. But the big test of this is a lot of the kits you're going to see in action here are what I plan to use for Zargabad for Project 16. Both on the, you know, these guys are my huts, quote-unquote, and then the blue 4 guys are the PDF. So, you know, we're just going to test these out, and then I just want to see how some of these fucking walkers operate, man. Like, this thing's literally an artillery piece with guns on it. I adore it. So we'll see how all of that goes, you know? And then hopefully between this stream and the Phasma stream, I'll fix the notifications. I just have no idea how streaming Phasma is going to work in VR, so I'll have to set things up with that. But we'll get there when we get there, you know? Now, one thing you're also going to notice, if you are someone that's nitpicky, is the armor is actually from Optray. That's because there's literally no good fucking space armors. But the helmet is, like, one of the only, like, literally 2 or 3 textures of a helmet I could find from the Star Wars mods that these guys are using that wasn't a fucking Clone Wars helmet. So normally, and I will always stand by this, I fucking hate blending things from various different sci-fi universes together. You know, for example, have
What's the second?
I had a fit in a 40k op a few months ago where they were flying around in a helicopter
Armor male,
as the Imperial Legion. And then this one, I'm also a little annoyed that I have to use UNSC armor to make a local planetary defense force. That's because it's literally, I have no other option unless I want every PDF group to look like clones, which I could do, but I don't really want to do that for the sake of what Project 16 is going to be. So PDFs are going to have more UNSC styled armors, which again, don't want to have happen, but it needs to because there's no other choice I really have in developing it. Same thing with the whole alien situation. I don't really have any alien textures to utilize because these guys don't use swap, they use a bunch of other Star Wars mods. But I'd kill to use some swap in here.
No, you're still wearing the wrong palette.
Absolutely kill for that. Is playing a Halo out with 40k assets. Jay, it's to each mission developer, it's to their own. I don't mind playing ops like that. I just, as a perfectionist, hate having to blend sci-fi genres together unless I absolutely have to. But AO itself is very, very simple. Mando's gonna come in, exchange some fire. I'm going to have a squad spawn here of hut guys to come down and assist them. But I'm hoping the first thing they take out is the ATTP, whatever the frick that thing is. This thing will also get sniped. I'm going to start an air battle going over the area. This thing will probably get blown up by the aircraft. President El Dente Forehead Man is in here. I'm going to try to rush him to this lat to get him out of here, but we'll see what happens. That's only going to be if Blue 4 wins the air fight. But if they lose it, then he'll stay in the AO.
CTBIs or common hand grenade, if you haven't unlocked anything else. CTBIs and your
God, I'm so used to hearing that damn audio again. I'll diagnose and see why it's doing that. But 55463, thanks so much for the 6-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this one.
Because that's how that works.
So, we'll see how everything goes. I'm thinking there will be 1 or 2 more of these style of ops before we actually start with Project 16. I have Zargabad, which is the first out of the 6 planets I'm working on. Everything in terms of unit dynamics and whatnot is fine. It's done, it's made. I just have to physically make the framework for Project 16 now. So all of the spreadsheets, the INIDB2 framework.
I know. Civilian consideration.
God, what else? Like item pools for bounties or black market stuff. Anything I want to add to it. So that's what
and then we're stepping off.
that's what the next 2 weeks is going to really focus on. I don't think I'm going to finish.
Okay, never mind.
I originally planned for like 3 weeks for this project of prep, but I'm going to add 1 more week because midterm week last week put me so far behind with everything. But I do like how we're going back to the Star Sim and I can make stuff like this again, man. Like that's some of my favorite stuff to do with this, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Make it all work. Yeah, Jay, maybe some Phasma this weekend. Again, the tough thing about my stuff right now is I need to like find a lot of time for video editing. Because especially with last week where we did a lot of extra streams, I literally spent 2 hours today cutting last night's Phasma footage to make the highlight. I wanted to release something else today, but YouTube glitched its processing. So I had to instead release that. Because again, I'm really behind in that, and I need to, like, you know, spend a day, like 8 solid hours getting through at least a third of half of that footage. Because I'm very behind.
I like Iron Sights.
Yes, exactly. And then I also want to do more Among Us, but again, I need to prioritize other things right now. As I, you know, say we're going to do a Phasma stream after this, but after that I'm literally going to have some coffee and just you know, binge some video editing. So anyway, player count for this op is 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 players total. Again, a good small number that I would love to work with for a campaign such of this magnitude. But if it works out, I'd be willing to offer something like it to 506, if not TSBT3s. Just a redo, because I don't want to have too many people on a project like this, but, you know, I'd love to keep it going, you know? So we'll see how things go. Music, by the way, is going to be The Keepers from Homeworld 2 OST. Despite me not liking that game as much as the original Homeworld or Cataclysm, it still had a pretty amazing soundtrack, as you would expect from a Homeworld game. They did come out with another announcement, an update reel for Homeworld 3. Read into that as the stream started. Looks good for the concept art. I worry because they're building off of the Homeworld 2 plot line, which I guess makes sense, but I really want them to go back to Homeworld 1 mechanics. But otherwise, looks like they're going to do some reconning from the side. I mean, going up here would be pretty smart, you know, with a that little rangefinder I saw them have. But we're going to set the AI skill to a solid 90, 35, 50, 50. And then let's also make sure that Blue 4 and Independent will shoot each other. I literally tested this 2 hours ago, but just so you guys can see it, so you know I'm not lying to you. If I were to put this angry boyo down and this angry boy down, yes, they do shoot each other. And that is all we need to know. Slash, we don't really do any Star Wars stuff in TSB anymore. It's kind of like the Mass Effect mod set. It's on ice, and we'll go from there, you know? You know, I just realized I completely forgot how to do reinsert, so we're going to play it by ear. I'll do it between objectives. Oh, no problem, Brod. Hopefully I'll be able to give you some more tonight. But let's see. Bruce and Moon going off the left here as a 6-man group comes up the road. If I were to see this AO from over here or whatnot, I'd obviously put some AT in that puppy first, and then I would clear out the rest. But as shots start, I'm going to field a squad over. And then if they take too long, I'll get a tank. Oh, by the way, this scavenger droid is OP as shit. Like, it has, if you stay in the driver's seat and then you go into manual file and leave manual fire, if you look at something and hit the R button, it'll come up with a little box. This might actually be a vanilla feature, but then you can just hold the trigger down, and then the gunner AI will automatically target it and fire when you click the mouse button to make it fire. So you can literally just fly around with the damn thing, spamming the R key and the trigger, and just murder a bunch of dudes without even aiming. It's interesting. But yeah, I don't know, Slash. I don't know if we'll do anything TSB related for Star Wars or whatnot outside of like special events, because like, how do I put it? There's just a stigma. So many people in there want to keep working with what we have, and there's already so much in there. And I get, you know, wanting to go in and make new ideas, but we already have, you know, 4 or 5 active mod sets. We got Maine, Vietnam, World War II, and Unsun. I think those are the 4 that are really used right now. There's already a lot from that. Again, I'd like to expand into a mod set, but the stigma of what everyone's playing and what everyone wants to do is just based off of those 4. So again, I don't want to extend things past that. Plus, nowadays, I need to get a lot more people's approval to do that, and I know there will be people that stonewall me if I try to do something like that, so. Unsun's not... How do I put this? Unsun is just about as buggy as any other mod set is, to be perfectly honest, Admiral. It still has its own bugs in its own right. For example, the dual CPU ZPU gun that shoots, you know, 2 14.5mm shot barrels. If you go more than 80 meters away from it, it'll disappear from your view, but it'll still be like spawned there and it'll still shoot at you. You know, it has bugs like that. If your certain AA guns fire up into Hueys and blow them up, it'll sometimes crash the server. That's also because Pook's SAM pack is pretty janky because it hasn't been updated with all the new stuff over the years. Unsun itself as a framework is perfectly fine. I mean, we just had an Unsun op yesterday, worked really well, and we had today's highlight was one of those bamboozle highlights that we used on them, so. One nitpick I'm gonna say right off the bat is they should have just had those two guys like come up here, and then they could have gotten some really good eyes. But I am going to say this one. I do like how they are doing recon. I wish more people in my ops did recon of an objective before they attacked it. Yeah, bugs in Arma. You know, I love a new terminology I've coined, or I guess a new phrase of you know, there's so many rare bugs in Arma these days that it's actually common to find a rare bug because of just how many and how infrequently you find them. Like Friday Night Fights, there's so many spawn bugs you can find, like if not the week of, it's at least one every other week. It's pretty funny. Not bugs, just features. You're right, as Todd Howard would say. Exactly. So we do have some other people spawning in. The end loading screen script I have working for them, I switched it to a player, what was it? Init player server. So every time a player joins in, the server executes the end loading screen script, and I think it's worked so far because I haven't seen anyone bug out for it. Alright, make your kit, tell me when you're ready, and I will teleport you up to where the main group is. If you want a general idea of what looks like what, the bad guys are in front of me, and if you look behind me, the good guys are on that side. You'd have to get a little further on the behind, though. And if they're not loading for you, you just gotta get really close to them. There you go.
Alright, I'm ready.
You're ready? Cool. Olympus, this is contractor message, over.
This is Olympus, send it.
Roger, I have a late guy. I'm gonna teleport him up to Walrus, over.
Solid copy, go ahead.
Stand by. Alright, Pounder, teleport. And you want to make sure, like, I'll either tell him to go prone or, you know, teleport him behind Defilade. So I think now they're coming up here. See, I don't want to spawn the guys in yet in case there was something weird that happened, but we can just assume they're hiding in this construction building. But again, once the fire kicks off, the only thing I'm going to spawn is this one squad to come down and assist them. It'll probably be two squads, actually. But we'll, you know, as they're maneuvering, we'll be spawning the extra stuff. No, I mean, Admiral, ops like that, though, are awesome, though. When you put in a lot of details on, like, the main aspect of a map, it can be very memorable for the players, as long as everything else is done right. But heaven forbid you screw one little thing up, and the players bitch at that one little detail for the rest of the op. I kid you not. So I think these guys, yep, they just found the other one, which is just standing right there. I've got it doing a nice little overwatch of the little path right here. I mean to take that out with the tank or an aircraft, or let them take it out with a PLX, but we'll see how things go. Yeah, heaven forbid you use the wrong faction's howitzer. Exactly. Like, fuck's sake, the VDV Russian op, I gave the marksman the wrong scope for his I gave him the wrong PSO for his SVD, It's the same fucking one I've given in every single one of my ops previously, but because I had a few guys join in that usually never play my ops, I got so much bitching in the brief, and I literally just went, dude, take it or leave it. Like, put it in feedback, tell me which one the right one is, and I will change it for next time. Of course, they never tell me which one the right one is, and they never say anything in the feedback channel. So, you know, 3 more months down the line when they decide to try my ops again, they're gonna bitch at it and at me. The issue is, I'm not gonna spend the fucking 2 hours trying to find which one goes to which gun, you know? Like, I just take the one that seems practical, or the one I literally have seen other people use in other communities. You know, that works. Well, whatever. What are we talking about? Just me bitching about op development and whatnot. To answer affections, answer about will this be made into a video? Yes. When is TBA? Because again, I've got a lot of footage to edit, but hopefully starting tomorrow we'll get back onto the 3 video release track, maybe even a 4th here or there, so I can you know, get a few core things out. But we'll probably see one day where we release 2 PvP videos back to back, and then the rest will be some Arma videos. But again, getting some of that front log done. That's why it's always good to use 2035 stuff, because you can always pull stuff out of your ass. Again, that's kind of like why I like to use some sci-fi stuff too, because it lets me pull some stuff from anywhere to make my own headcanon. Yet when I make things like that in the quote-unquote Liru verse, I also get shit for it, and it's like, well, yeah, because you know exactly what goes on in my head, right? I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what goes on in my head half the time. But let's see, we have 2 guys that have... Oh, don't do that. Okay, so why'd I just say that? That's because now I have to set up more patrols, more garrisons. I have a certain way of doing things, and if they're going to make me go in already... Okay, let me think. So first and foremost, I have to get these pilot crews ready to go. Again, with meeting any player base, you have to learn their meta, see how they do things, yada da. This one is no exception. And, you know, I haven't told them to do anything specific. It's just me literally trying to make things work here, but also a matter of I have my own little personal gripes of, you know, if you do X, then I have to do Y, and doing Y means the server's gonna lag a little harder, and since I don't really know the framework or capabilities of said server. There we go. Mission has started. Key that, and let's go ahead and send things going. Oh man, these AI all the way back here reacted to that. Kind of funny.
3, do not fire.
How are these?
Stand by. I'll handle them. Just everything's just started kicking off, so I gotta now get all this sorted. Yeah, so engaging that a little close, not the best idea. Probably gonna make people wait at base a few minutes, and then I'll just teleport you behind the main force. Just to make it easy. Alright. So that's kicking off. These forces are coming in. And then I'm not going to have anything get added until big things happen. But yeah, no, those guys are adamant about running around in the town itself. Which is a touch annoying, but, you know, gotta make do what we have. So,
Roger that.
set up all the patrols I don't want to set up because I want to save frames, but, you know, c'est la vie, we'll make things do.
Copy.
Let's see.
On the way.
At least with the gunshots kicking off now, I can organize them like so.
On the way. Copy.
And at least this group, I can also aggro, because now we know that shit's kicked off and is hitting the fan. Allied forces coming in, they've pushed up. Got a few hidden traps I can do to people, but... oh, wait. Alright, Bounder, stand by. Alright, I gotta ready the 2 Z95s for the ambush, so let's go ahead, put these puppies' engines on. Again, I gotta take them off manually, which is annoying because of how they're scripted to take off. But let's see if they'll actually follow my movement orders since they're doing that little swivel bullshit. Alright, cool.
On the way.
Oh, Kak is also doing the one thing where he's not getting in the... there we go.
On the way.
What are you? You're the rear gunner, and yet you're running off. Okay. See, this is why I hate some of the Star Sim stuff, because it's not scripted properly. So right off the bat, we're seeing some of them flare off. More forces coming in over here. I don't know what just engaged them.
On the way.
Well, they're not. That was friendly fire. Alright, Z95's going over the AO. Wow, their AI is actually really finicky with those things. I was hoping for a bit of a lower battle going in, but that's fine. Again, we're just telling a story here. And let's go ahead and get one of these bad boys to go in. It's a tank with a big repeating gun. Shove that over.
Roger that. Roger.
Now, this guy I'm going to go ahead and RC and have him run down. But again, all of these kits are custom. All the bad guy kits, all the good guy kits, quote-unquote bad guys and good guys. All of their kits, I'd assume they customized as well. And I'll go ahead and start RCing some stuff and shooting at dudes. I love how they have a little hit marker thing, too. Ah, the good old sit and engage. But then again, he was trying to pull back. It was the guy on his left that hit me. Alright, and that's also prompted that guy to start running around.
Solid copy.
Please tell me you know how to drive that thing.
Understood.
Like you did in testing.
Solid copy.
Thank God for that. So these guys are starting to run in. We're seeing some combats. Off the planes go. And they've made the other, cool. The other one bail out. We're going to get the rest of these guys to run in.
We'll go.
And I'll get another wave of Z95s. We'll probably have one more come in on the AO.
Standing by.
If I just give you a move order, will you actually follow it? Or do I have to shut your engine on again? Because again, sometimes these things are pretty damn finicky. Just trying to line up a ground shot there. But he doesn't actually release the payload. Of course he doesn't. Probably because he's set to defend only, right? Yep. Alright, so these guys have cleared this area out. Now we're going to start having forces run in. I got 1 or 2 more minutes before I have to send the gunships in, but let's go ahead. Start copy and pasting the rest of these forces to come in.
Roger.
I don't want them to have a keyhole on that guy. I think they're just trying to see if he'll try to escape or something. And of course they're sniping out the pilots of these guys, so I gotta run them in to make do here. Alright, manual takeoffs. That or it looks like they were actually hit here. Now what's gonna suck is it's gonna pause here as the Zeus loads out of it. He's immediately flaring. For the love of God, I'm gonna fill that because the AI are being dumped. No! Get back in it. I will take this off manually too. What are you doing? What are you...
Objective 1 has been cleared, and there are friendlies in the area that will be staying in line to keep it held.
This is Contractor Roger. Continue on assignment out. Alright, we're gonna start getting the gunships in play here. Unless the Z95 can't do anything with whatever, we'll make it work. Let's see. This is where things are gonna be a little interesting. Why did you just stop working? Why you gotta do that to me, game? Yeah, this is where things are gonna get a little chunky here. Each one of these can take 3 squads. I have to actually watch these things go in though, because they don't dismount the vehicle properly. They'll leave it, but they won't actually leave it. You'll see what I mean in a second.
On the way. Roger. Roger that. On the way.
And then I'll also have to copy paste a tank. Which again, we'll get there when we get there.
Copy. Copy that. Solid copy.
Yeah, so that's the aircraft firing at him. So I need to basically just send another 2 Z95s in, and that should even out that last thing there. Again, telling the story is a little hard when we have everything kind of out and about, but make it work. Shut these guys' engines on, or excuse me, put them on. That should be A-okay for what we're trying to establish here. I hope they don't try to solo that, because I'm going to kick their asses if they do. So we got that thing flaring off. That's cool. I'm going to take a copy of this. Alright, I'm out of their field of view.
Understood. Copy that. Copy.
Go ahead and start putting tanks up. But when that one aircraft goes down, I'll be able to put those tanks up and be fine with them. Without trying to kill themselves. But alright, so these things almost landed on either side. That's good. They're still flaring up. We're out of ARCs. Cool. Cool. Yeah, vanilla ordnance. I know. Again, that's... I think it's a little annoying too, but again, we work with what we got. So these guys dismounting, they don't actually dismount. See, they're kind of being stuck in the ship here, so you got to make sure they get pulled out. So that's, again, an aircraft getting shot down here, but I got to make sure everyone gets pulled out here before that aircraft takes off. Otherwise, a lot of guys are going to get killed. But it looks like these guys are actually dismounting properly, which is nice. So I'm going to count to 10. And then we'll get back on station here. But let's see, I'm going to just put these guys back into play here. In testing, the ARC 170s will actually like fire out and destroy. Ah, crap, that pulled up. All right, but all of them got out. Let me check this one real quick. Okay, so this is good. They're actually, see this guy, see he gets stuck and they get killed off. Yep, so again, that's one of the things I wanted to try to avoid. But now I have to actually, I'm going to grab a tank for each one. It's going to be like an actual physical tank here with machine guns. Now, one of these groups is supposed to head south. And then the other two groups I'm going to grab with the tank to head up here to Palace Exquisite. Just send those guys around. So again, we have the Z95s all, you know, kind of doing their thing. We're having some AGMs go out too. Again, trying to have it all be a little bit cinematic here. But I'm hoping that this tank over here will start engaging it. So again, a little bit messy in terms of deployment because I had to start last minute garrisoning things here, but we make it work.
Understood.
So, get all that going. And now we can relax and just let the whole incident unfold here. So I'm going to set up a patrol right there. Tank is going to start pushing up. These guys, I have no idea what you're doing.
Copy.
So I guess I got to waypoint them.
Roger that. Copy that.
Yeah, their AI can be a little silly sometimes.
Understood.
Yeah, we're seeing AT kind of engaged. I do not want to have to break these guys apart. But I will absolutely respawn them if I need to. When I say break apart, I literally mean, like, you know, drag them apart. But at the same time, I don't want to, but I will. Because I want their pathing to go properly here. And then, you know, honestly, those guys I can just delete because that group is going to be heading to the south there. So I'm going to give this guy back his fuel, and I'm going to have him pull back over here. That rocket was short. It works. It's a little wonky, but definitely works. And these guys don't have any AT. So it's going to be up to this thing to fire at it, but he's defending himself instead. I'd be able to do this a lot more smoothly with Zeus Cash, but make it work. Just blow that up. That's what I'll petition for. I gotta make sure the assets aren't going to defend only either, but
Roger.
make things work. Alright, so these guys are starting to get into a firefight here. We can claim that this thing is detract, so I'm gonna hit the G key on him. I gotta wonder right now what's engaging what here. So they have air superiority. We just have to get more things into combat here. I'm gonna end key one of these tanks just to say it gets hit by something. And again, these infantry are just taking their sweet time because of how these squad elements work. One of the tanks got flipped. Wow, amazing. Gotta love how everything works here. But again, we're gonna just have orchestrated fights between local forces and the PDF go out here.
On the way.
And then I can always spawn some stuff in the corners. So I got the blue 4 guys all templated out as well. And I will go ahead and we'll just spawn some of them right here. And, you know, we can have at least those laser shots go on. I'm used to lasers being a lot louder in ops, but that's from swap. These ones just don't want to, you know, give me the justice here. So it's harder to, you know, have that ambient fight be heard in the distance, you know? But it does sound like they're actually, you know, the Z95s are conducting airstrikes here, which I do like to see.
Hold fire.
Just it also sounds like you might have some people engaging each other here. And once again, you idiots decide to go in the water. I don't get it. Stop it. Just please, for the love of God, take the land route.
On the way.
I gotta look into what AI mods these guys are using, if any, or if this is just pure vanilla. Could be either, to be perfectly honest, but looks like these guys just got airstruck by something. Yeah, so I gotta stop using like big direct waypoint, big general waypoints. Instead, I gotta send things out accordingly. But these guys are supposed to win the fight, and then I'll bring up some more QRF from the back. But let's see. So these guys I can delete for now. I'm not going to spawn any more Z95, so I can get rid of that. I'll spawn another squad. I'm not sure if I'll do the scavenger droid just yet. That's only if I absolutely need to. And then I'm thinking we're actually starting to get out of range here, so I'm going to grab a proper LR here. Let's see. Any one of these will work. Cool. For a moment, it's been a little bit of a slow start here, but we're doing our best to make it all work. So this is one group I templated. We're gonna have again come on the rear, and then I can always send up more tanks from you know, where they would be quote unquote allied there. So we can just send up another pair from the crossed area, and we can go from there. So
Roger.
have those things come up.
Solid copy.
And again, the main fight's happening over there. We're having a big fight on the airfield here. Yeah, so I think these guys are striking at that AT-ATP, but they're not accurate, so it's just landing around. But I will try to have that LAD escape. But now you're having the main force kind of go up here. I will spawn in some more squads in the town itself, just to send as dynamic forces. Again, just to make sure there's a little bit more of the shooty today. Any plans to do some 2035 stuff? Not on my roster, no.
Solid copy.
That can always change, but not officially. I don't have anything planned to go for that. Got those two tanks coming in. I mean, based off of all of my LZ and insert vectors, everything is working as I have it set up here. But I'm going to have these guys on garrison. Because they are getting engaged here. Now, I did tell them there'd be civvies in this AO. I was going to spawn them in gradually, but instead it turned into me having to wait to put them out at a different angle. I was about to RC that guy to do AT on him, but see if I can get this disposable tube at a different angle here to hit one of those tanks, because the AI aren't going to do it for me. They did it to one Vic already, actually, so that's a bit of a lie, but ooh, that was a stun grenade there. So there's that firefight going on in the back. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow, so it's literally just a reskinned. Yeah, that is literally a reskinned RPG. Alright, well. Go ahead and do that thing. So your sick fantasy is coded, just not modeled? Yes, 10. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. I love it. Yes. We'll see that in a few days, chat. Don't worry.
Do you want me just to run?
We're gonna wait a few minutes. I'm gonna let them take objective 2, and then I'll bring you in as a wave. Sound good?
I'm good.
They've been radioing to me when things are cleared, so we'll just keep that going.
Wheel pull.
Whoever
On the way.
on that building
On the way.
Garage, let him shoot that bad guy, and then have a talk with
On
him.
the way.
Was it you?
Roger.
That was probably me because I saw a bunch of guys on the other side.
Alright, let's bring this guy up the main street here. Again, it's just all about trying to
On the way.
make all this stuff work. I'm trying to have this field come in.
Solid copy. Solid copy. Solid copy.
And I'm just trying to have him hit that rear base so the Mandos don't have to do it, but should be a-okay. Any spooky mystery ops planned? Yes, later in the month.
Understood. Copy that.
I'm just gonna say it looks really cool, this invasion thing.
On the way.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
And the AI is actually working in the fighters.
Yeah, from what you guys have probably seen, I have watched 3 of them just nosedive, but, I mean, the other ones are working, which is good. It's the important part.
Yeah.
I like immersion.
As long as all the annoying stuff doesn't get spotted by the players, it's all good, right?
Yeah. Alright, so we should have you in probably a minute or 2. I'm just waiting for the radio call, but they're still fully breaching the, like 1 or 2 more buildings. Group of QRF coming up, they're gonna run into that group. We got this other Op 4 force coming in.
Got guys north of them.
That was an airstrike just done on the escape aircraft. Okay. Yep, so we are gonna have a little bit of use with Glocko's Glocko there. Not gonna lie, that rocket actually sounds really beefy, but I'm going to grab this thing and do a little return fire there if I have the angle. Not by much. I am noticing that the AI are a little stiff to engage stuff too, so I'll be wondering how I'll be able to fix that in the growing area there. Alright, they've cleared it. They're not radioing it back, so I'm just gonna teleport you ahead of time. So we got Pounder and Thrawn Boy. So let's see. Pounder. Thrawn Boy. So Tent, how long do you think till that quote unquote sick fantasy is textured? Wink. Because I'd love to throw that against Dante. It is something for Phasmophobia. I just want to see what happens. Alright, we are seeing the repeating turrets on the rooftops actually engaging some of these Op 4 guys, so major flank being hit right there. I think I'm gonna need these scavenger turrets today. Falcons lose connection. I don't think that's a memory leak that happened on the mission file, but something I'll have to review later. And then just on the rear again, 2 more squads to come in.
Copy. Copy. On the way. Solid copy. Understood. Roger that.
We'll see how things go. I don't have any plans to play the game squad. No, I do not. I know there's a lot of cool mods coming out for it, but I am thoroughly at capacity with my workloads at this time.
Solid copy.
And I don't have anything I see needing my absolute attention. But now you have an airstrike coming in with that Z95 on this compound. So I like it. They're actually dynamically engaging. I think they're trying to hit some of the statics, which is why they did that. But they'll do that to statics. All right. That's good to know. It's good to know. Yeah, there's about to be a lot of action in here, and I am noticing a little bit of frame hiccups here. Oh, Moon just decided to try to play a game of going on the high ground here, and he lost that one because of the amount of static turrets I have that immediately shot at him. So I'm going to be honest, these can be deleted now because they're no longer in the field of view. I can delete the stuff back here. Again, because another big thing is always deleting bodies, but I'm going to have the AI try to follow in where they can, because again, this is going to be where a big fight is. No, he's not dead yet. Okay. Falcon, I'll just have to do a quick TP in because he crashed. I'll delete the stuff back here. I think for in terms of waves of tanks, I'm done, but the, let's see, all the crashes that happened outside of the map, I'll do all the debug stuff. I've confirmed that that doesn't do anything bad, so airstrikes will keep coming in. And let's see, the corner stuff back here. These guys, I think, are pulling back. Yeah. So it's just up to those fields to work instead. And now the Mandos are going to be more on the front line here, so they have to be a little bit careful because, you know, they're fighting what's meant to be, you know, a combined force going up to help elevate everything. But, I mean, Assassin, it's, like, I have so much content planned right now that, like, the 2 days off, you know, where I only released 2 videos instead of 3, and there was one day where I only released 1 video. I'm struggling to actually see, like, how I'm gonna catch up, even if I release 3 videos, going forward. Just shows the need that I really need to keep my front log going, but at the same time, like, it's hard to do when you have multiple midterms due in the week. But digression aside, I think this op's going pretty well. Moon's trying to, again, get up here and snipe what he can. I think he's just trying to find some angles here, but what I can do to be a jerk is I can grab Commander Fudgehead here, and I can switch to the HE rounds, and I can literally light him the fuck up. Yeah, that got him. I love that gun. Moon's a friend of mine, but he's gonna be mad about that one. Yeah, he did ask if it was Klocko's, and I'm like, well, I gave him the most powerful gun I could find, so yes. Yes, that was Klocko. So I'm waiting for it. Did he just end up in debug for that one? Hey, Moon, how was your trip?
Klocko's Klocko, huh?
Klocko's Klocko, yeah. I mean, they already shot at you multiple times. I guess the dictator decided to finish you off himself. Isn't that neat? Let me know when you want the TP back. I'll put you in the base behind him. When I say them, I mean the players. What?
Go ahead.
Go ahead? Alright. I mean, in the picture, he literally has Klocko's Glocko, so yes, I am going to use that thing. I mean, that thing, that's a fun gun. But at the same time, guys, like, don't be in the same spot where you got shot at earlier and keep going up there, because I identified he was up there, and I shot him. I'm gonna ride these guys around. I need to get them out of the water because they're being dumb and drowning. Amazing. And it looks like they didn't actually like being pulled apart because they were mission file side units. Ugh. Alright, let's go ahead and send them around. Yep, so they're trying to spearhead with the Op 4 units. The guys that are back here, I'm gonna go ahead and delete because they're the ones falling back, so they're out of play. And let's see, got some guys back here. Falcon, I'm not sure if he glitched out. He was loaded in, so that should have been fine. Let's see, in terms of bodies that I want to delete, I don't have any more because I want to kind of keep the piles. These guys I'm going to delete because they have pulled out of the AO. So how are these guys doing? We have a lot of dudes that died in the open. We just got one squad kind of turned over, though. When that Z95 comes back around, I do want to do an airstrike on that ATAP. Is that what it's called? I mean, just for the sake of my own sanity. ATAP, yep, okay. I usually just call it a pod walker. Yeah, you got the dynamic fighting. This thing is still cooking off. How much fucking ammo do they... I hate... That's another thing I hate about SWAT, no offense. The amount of ammunition they put in their fucking lats is atrocious, okay? Like, Ace will have it cook off for literally half an hour because of the shit they load into that thing, man. Like, I'm just, for any cinematic lats going forward, I'm literally just gonna take the ammo away, because it's ridiculous that that thing is still exploding. Oh god, Hart gifting 25 subs out, but the audio is busted. I feel bad. Anyway, if you got a sub from Hart, make sure you thank him. Hart, thank you so much. I hope all of you are staying safe from COVID. I hope all of you are getting a kick out of all the crazy ops that we are, you know, varying around and doing, and I hope you're all getting a kick out of these operations. Why? What happened to my statics? Why are the statics doing that? Ooh, gosh, they're throwing multiple grenades at each other here. Looks like they're dealing with a medical situation as well. Yeah, I hear nothing but cook off either, again, because of this stupid lag. So I'm gonna cheat. None of them are here. Watch this, watch this. If I just copy you, I put you over here, I end key it. So there are two ways I could do that. One, I could throw it in the ocean, and that gets rid of all the Ace cook-off stuff. And then, boom, it's now quiet. Moon was on the high ground, though. He might have... No, he didn't, because I had that one thing in the way. Excellent. So, yeah, literally, just shove it in the ocean if no one's looking. You can bring it back, and then, boom, cook-off stops. Or you can spawn another one, take away all the ammo, and then switch it out. And it'll stop the Ace cook-off effect. Actually, it'll significantly lower it because now it's not, you know, trying to keep track of the ammo anymore. A lot of creative ways you can do it. So again, it's just a lot of ways on how you can adjust things like so. So with this group of guys, I'm gonna literally break them apart, send them to the front gate, and then just waypoint them in, and maybe the miniguns will mow them down. Which is exactly what they're doing. See, I love this Chad, though. He's got the heavy repeater from Republic Commando. So I'm just going to go in. Do my best there. But yeah, no, I'm going to petition these guys at Arma Zeus Cache, because they don't run any Battle Eye stuff, so it shouldn't be too bad. Moon's trying to solo the objective again. I'm gonna kill him. Because he's been jetpacking around. You see his shadow right there.
Hello.
I would have won that fight if the AI had Ace too, but whatever. Falcon, you back?
Yep.
Cool, I'll teleport you in 1 second.
Right.
It's not TSB Falcon. But let's see, they're breaching into here. Let's see, Falcon. Cool. But I'm gonna yell at Moon for that, because Why would you, as a guy lone wolfing in your own AO, do the AO on your own? You know, that's kind of rude to the rest of the guys, but it's because the Glocko jammed. Yeah, right. Let's see. Op 4's in here. I'm gonna do an airstrike on that one target. But now this is essentially going to be wrap up. And we're slowly having all these guys coming as well. All right. So one thing I can do for this group of guys, I can literally bring them over. Hold them in. And now let's see, these guys are going to be taken apart. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to RC this guy as the leader, and that should hopefully let the other guy move out of that position as well.
Contractor, this is Olympus.
This is Contractor, send message. Oh, wait, I switched to an LR, I forgot. This is Contractor, send message, Olympus.
Contractor, this is Olympus. Be advised, the HVT is KIA, Oscar Mike to Objective 4.
Roger, out. Yeah, so we'll just have a lot of bodies here. Everything's kind of being wrapped up. Yeah, no, I don't know what's up with Falcon's connection today, but his mods are just not having it. I'm going to set up one little fight here to be in between, and whatever happens with it happens. But we're going to put those guys down, and then I need Op 4. Oh, they totally just saw those guys appear, which, oh well. Shit. My bad. So that aircraft just tried to engage this target, set to defend only, which is something I can't fix. It's any ground Vic, when they're being attacked by aircraft, they usually go to defend only unless they're like a specific AA vehicle, so it makes it hard to kind of make them work together, but you can find ways around it. Alright, let's play with the Z95. What do I have here? I have 4 of those heavy rounds left. Okay, I mean that's gonna go by super quick. Also, this thing is going super fucking fast. Oh my god, I cannot turn it for shit. Alright, fuck it, let's go low beams then. Yeah, no wonder the AI is having trouble with this. I can't even hit the damn thing either. Alright, I have an idea. Very dumb idea, but this will at least make me break speed pretty easily. I don't get how anyone can fly that damn thing, to be perfectly honest, like just with how crazy maneuverable that thing is. Alright, I'm gonna get on the gunner of this and just start going to town. How much health does it have left? Oh, it hasn't even been touched. Alright, so let me show you how OP this thing is. First and foremost, it has a big ass cannon. So actually no, this is the small ass cannon. And apparently it's a mass driver, which is even worse. You go to the gunner seat, you got this puppy. This puppy's literally an artillery gun. That wasn't where the players were, right? That would be awkward, because I just got a lot of hit markers. I didn't just kill the players, right? I would have gotten a notification, actually. I think I just hit into there instead. Yeah, one of them got blown up, that's for sure. Okay. And then the undergun is literally a little minigun. It's a Z6 mini. So it goes, hits. Is that a dude? No, it's a piece of grass. Alright. So yeah, this thing behaves with artillery mechanics, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, no, if, let's see, if we go to, commander's seat here, it's gonna be a big reload. Okay, so let's go back to do belly gunner, and I'll see. No, I can't look up. All right, so it's gonna have to be gunner. So I'll have to hit him with the top gun when that thing reloads, or when that thing comes around. So it'll be another minute or two. But in that time, the players should come back around. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. That's part of the fun with the game. Is that a guy, or is it a patch of butches? You never know. So let's see. Let's go to commander seat. Have a look around. 15 shots. But he's flying right at me. Okay, this should be easy, right? So if I fire one, where does that even go? Oh, is that all it took? I was expecting it to be a little more tanky, I guess is the word.
Back again.
Falcon, you gotta stop disconnecting, man. Your internet's killing you. It sucks.
First it was my internet, and the second time it was my computer.
Oh man, dude, that's okay. We're gonna get you in here.
I will be there at the end.
Yeah, so these guys are gonna see all the these guys. You know what I can do is I can sneak a few more riflemen in here, but that's gonna be it.
Target in sight.
I'm gonna have them just do little two-man sweeps around.
Copy that. On the way. On the way.
Yeah, so yeah, we're a Z95 crash landed, but it doesn't really have a destroyed texture, to be perfectly honest. Literally, even the ordnance is still alive on it, because it's vanilla based. Ah, gosh, Falcon went down again! Gosh, he has the same bad computer that our Falcon does, to be perfectly honest. That's okay. So what I'm going to do now is literally just charge a bunch of Op 4 guys in here to kind of wrap this up, you know? Again, these missions are meant to be short and sweet.
Solid copy.
That's exactly what we're going to get out of this. Wow, Sharp just got sniped.
Understood.
So, I mean, I cut the fuel to make sure it doesn't move, but yeah. This guy's going to turn around, and he's going to wonder, what's poppin', Jimbo? How you doing? And, yeah, I'll give it to him. Why not? It's supposed to have been already weakened by airstrikes and shit, so. Big stream of bullets coming from, one of them grabbed one of the heavy repeaters. That's why. that's about gonna wrap it up. So I think that was good. Yes, I do have a guy from back here. He is just a simple rifleman, but he was trying to take a crap, and he's gonna get killed for it. So yeah, overall, again, good test stop for more of Star Sim. Well, excuse me, not Star Sim, but you know the mod set's capabilities, since they're not. I don't even know if we'd call them a Star Sim, but for what we got from what I saw with the kits, they performed to my expectations. And everything has behaved accordingly. You know I'm right here, right? You can, like, talk to me.
Oh, I didn't know if you could hear it or not. My bad.
That's okay. I mean, there's one more guy for them to kill, and then it's Index anyway, but we're gonna let that one guy get killed, and then I'll TP you in. Or he'll kill Bruce. Shit, he just dropped Bruce.
On the way.
I think Bruce will live. Anyway, let me get you in there.
Bruce is a stubborn bastard.
Was that sharp? Cool. Alright, well, Index, I'll just tell him, hey, you know, these ops are meant to be done together, so I will just be cheap in how I preserve the goals themselves. But at least when we get to the contracts, that won't really matter because they're going to be kind of 1 life per contract. So, you know, they won't be put in that type of situation anyhow. Yeah, I'm going to throw some of these guys out here.
Roger that. Understood.
Here, actually, better idea. I can literally just grab these guys
On the way.
and make these waypoints happen here instead. And then just drag the waypoints around, you know? That'll add to the movement. I don't know what just engaged him. I think, yeah, no, he's playing around with the Glock, that's what. We're just waiting for the call-in at this point, but I'm gonna beat him to it. Olympus, this is contractor, message over.
This is Olympus, and
Roger, Allied forces are reporting all objectives completed, over.
Contractor, this is Olympus, solid copy, can confirm, over.
Roger, standby for Index, over. Oh shit, you're right. Well, I mean, we should have waited for Falcon, but at the same time, I didn't have anything to wait for, and did they just... No, they're shooting at it, okay. Alright. Gonna go ahead, pause the music here. Let's go ahead and throw up the TeamSpeak chats. All right.
Yes.
So, did you all enjoy yourselves?
That's great.
Yes.
We did.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a lot of fun, actually.
So, that is always the most important thing. However, I do have one nitpick I want to say, and this will be going forward at least till we get to the actual project itself, which will hopefully be in 2, maybe 3 weeks, depending on my work ethic. But for till then, for these next few missions, I'm going to politely ask that you do not run into an AO and do the objective yourself. Because if you do, I will just smack invincibility on something and prevent you from doing it, because that's one of my biggest pet peeves, and you know who you are. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, because when we get to the actual project, it might come down to literally 1 or 2 of you still alive, because that's when we'll start breaking out the whole 1 life rule per contract area, but we'll get there when we get there. Does anyone have any questions for me as your Zeus?
Nothing here. It was a good op. We really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was cool having all the different entities out there where we had to like triple check, make sure that we weren't about to shoot friendlies. It was a lot of fun.
do want to confirm no civvies or friendlies were hit today, correct?
No.
Well, I was asking Liru if he saw anything.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be honest, since you and someone else ran into the town, I forewent the spawning of civvies because I instead had to spawn a lot of extra stuff that I wanted to kind of keep behind the scenes, but that meant that I didn't have any room to spawn civvies because you know, I'm trying to gauge how much your server can handle. So you know, you're free to do that, of course, but you know, if you make me spawn in the entire AO and you're gonna complain about performance issues, then I'm just gonna kind of put a mirror out and show it to you.
Yeah. Feel free to set up a time to come over here, and you can just put as many fucking AI as you can possibly think of, you know, and just stress test the absolute fuck out of the server. Like, we're cool with that.
I'll grab one of those when we get closer to the start date of the actual contracting project, because I will need to do that. But you know, till then, it's just me gauging other aspects of your mod set and stuff. But from what I saw, sorry, go ahead.
If it turns out that we don't have the server for it, it's not that big a deal to increase it for a bit.
I mean, you guys have like low numbers. It should be fine for what I need for it. You know, you'll be okay.
Yeah. So as a note for what we were trying to do, we were trying to have me and Bruce go in because we were more worried about the guy trying to escape or run out, which we saw with the lat, and so that's why we were trying to get on Hill's eyesight with that. We just couldn't get eyesight from where we were, so we kind of had to start moving in, which we timed with them getting closer to the second objective.
Yeah, that's fine, because I was going to escape him with the lat, only to get shot down by the Z95s, but, you know, your way works too. Or if the ARCs maintained air superiority, then it would have been easier for me to try to pull him out, but, I mean, again, your thinking works, it's just, you know, keep in mind, if you force me to spawn the entire AO, then everyone's frames are going to suffer. But again, because we only have like, you know, we haven't gone above 12 people, I don't think that will be too much of an issue, but now that I know you guys are going to start doing that, I'll preset more of the stuff in the AO, so it's more for me than anything else. So
I just wanted to make sure we weren't screwing over your plan.
Oh, it's all good. The only thing that screwed me was the thing I already said, Moon, because you shouldn't run off and do the objective by yourself, Moon.
I was planning to sit on the roof, and then you rushed him.
Well, if you literally start walking around on the dude's roof, and he's gonna look up and go, hey, no, I just killed you with the explosive rounds in this pistol. How are you back?
Oh, that was something we had for you. Glocko's Glocko. Just about every star sim that's out there bans that from actual practical use. It was never intended for PracApp. It was literally Glocko just fucking around. So let's keep the use of that to a minimum.
I'm fairly sure that's what Liru is doing to fucking with us with it.
I will admit, like, when we get closer to the contract stuff, I will probably run a list of gear by you, because stuff like that I'm not going to give to every single unit, because that would be dumb, but, you know, something like a smuggler that you're hunting, you know, like, for one time, that has a high bounty, but we'll talk details. That's more of stuff behind closed doors when we'll get there. So
yeah, that's fine.
If any of you didn't like the op, or if any of you got any feedback, feel free to DM me on Discord. I will give you the time, or you can say it now.
And as always, we'll be having another one of these next week, unless Liru's over here and says he's sick of us. Hopefully that's not the case, because then Moon will probably PTU or some other thing like that. But we'll be having another operation held by Liru next week at 1800. So just be ready for the announcement when it comes out that it's going to be happening.
All right, I'm gonna be here 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up the stream, guys. I'm gonna do some testing with Phasma and OBS to make sure it's streamable. After that's the case, I will then call Dante and get 2 other guys and ask Bloodwing, and maybe we'll see if she can also do Phasma as well. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operation. We'll be back in about 45 minutes. I'll end it with general thoughts on the 2035 setting, plus maybe some op campaign ideas. Blackburn, I'm not going to lie, I actually don't have that much set up for 2035. Mainly because I reserve that stuff for the vanilla ops, or excuse me, the public ops. It's not vanilla because we have a few slice of life mods in there, but I keep it to that. So not really much for me. I just use it again to kind of, let people new in Arma, like, explore that op concept, at least with, my Zeusing, but I don't have anything major planned for 2035 in terms of campaigns. Maybe another Syndicate campaign down the line with INIDB2, but that's a stretch. Anyway, thank you so much for watching again. Go operate operationally. Hopefully I'll see you in an hour or so for Phasma, and we'll go bully the ghost. Cheers.